Hey guys. Hey Rihanna. Trying to be sneaky and get my TikTok chat on the screen like for YouTube. It's not working. What is that? No. I think they make it so you can't do that. I don't want to screw anything up. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta delete this. Right. Okay. How's everyone doing? Hey, Carly. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just started Lane. Nice to see ya. If you want to join in the beginning, the best way to do that is to sign up for notifications. You can do it on my TikTok page. There's a live event that you can sign up for. Or if you have a Discord, I have a free Discord channel just for announcements where I send like invites and updates when I'm going live, if it helps. But if not, I pretty much come on here every Thursday at 6. Some people even add it to their calendar. It's flattering. But I'm glad you are here. I don't get that kind of experience because I'm just here for all of them all the time. You have a weekly alarm. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. I never could have seen myself doing this, that's for sure. But I'm glad that you guys come back every week because that's what makes it fun for me and makes it not so, I don't know. It was like pretty embarrassing in the beginning. Not embarrassing, just like, I don't know, vulnerable, I guess. Hour earlier for me tonight as your clocks. Yes, that is true. I probably should have sent something out as a reminder. But for a little while, my clocks in the US have changed. I know some other countries do it too. I'm like oblivious to which ones don't. But some people are now an hour behind me. My family tree app is different now, and I can't access the European records anymore. Ah, that sucks. Is that through Ancestry or something else? I know I can't look at any records on Ancestry that are outside the US because I don't pay for the crazy version. Family search? Oh, really? That's a bummer. I wonder why. They were always free, right? I've never tried the app, actually. I really don't like to use my phone for any of that stuff. I feel like the screen's not big enough. There's not enough room to be able to move things and rearrange, because that's always what I need to do. I need to like have 5 things open at once. And I get frustrated with the phone. I guess that I'm just old. Okay. I'm just trying to get my screen all set up. I did it differently today, which is weird. Okay. So, we're reading through Ralph's good old 1906 diary. He's telling us a lot about work, which is kind of what I would expect. Jack says, "What are we doing here?" We're reading an old diary and researching the person who wrote it. And we do this every Thursday. So this is a man named Ralph. I've got a picture of him up in the corner. Nah. Grand Theft Auto in 1906. What would that look like? Grand Theft Horse. Let's see. We left off April 10th, so I need to scroll. On April 11th, 1906. Thanks for the follow, Luna. Well, we start off the day with a hard word. What does that say? I see. See? I don't know what I see. Do you see differences in what men and women focus on in the diaries? I don't know if I could generalize for men versus women, but I could compare And so could a lot of people in the chat because they come back every week and they know these characters. I could compare Ralph and his wife, Georgia. Definitely. Ralph constantly is telling us every little detail about work. Frustratingly, though, he uses a lot of abbreviations. So, a lot of railroad engineer abbreviations. So, a lot of times we don't really know what he's talking about, but it's clear he's talking about work. Oh, configure. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Jimmy. And there we go. He's definitely using abbreviation, I don't know, shorthand. Not shorthand really, but you know what I mean, like shortening the words. Northeast corner. Georgia, I think just because what she did for work was she helped her family run, I don't know exactly run, because they didn't have like a bed and breakfast or anything, but they rented out half of their house, and then they did the housekeeping for that half, so boarders would stay there. I always say half of their house. I don't actually know this, but I know that they did have boarders. So either in extra rooms in their house or in another apartment, they would go and take care of every day, the cooking, the dishes, the cleaning, the housekeeping, and she wrote about that a lot. I think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Georgia gives us a little bit more about like family and, you know, the people that she spends time with, friends. Ralph talks about friends, but he doesn't really get too deep into like what they do together, and he's very much more like to the point, which I would expect from an engineer. Yeah, I don't know. But that's only 2 people. I don't know, really. A lot of the older diaries, they don't actually get too much into like feelings. Like you would think of nowadays when people keep a diary, they write about what happened that day, how they felt about it, what they were sad about, mad about, whatever. That's not really what we get in these older diaries. It's a lot of just documenting the day-to-day of like what they did. I wish Ralph would write about Georgia more too. He honestly just like mentions her name in passing every few days, which is sad. All right, configure northeast corner lane and Cortland. That might have a U in it. Prelim for grade Vinton Street north of something. We can figure that out actually, because we can look at where Vinton Street is. I think it starts with an M. We'll look at that after. Survey for RN. God, his handwriting's so much harder. Carver? I really don't know. Indigo? Where do you see indigo? Oh, here. Yeah, okay. It might be IND something. Let me look for that in the map. Hold on, let me put this in here first, though. Survey for RN. Crown, even? I don't know what that says. Edition. We were able to find some of these little areas. RN Com. Ooh, it might be like commercial. We were able to find some, or community, yeah. Let me open up the Google Maps. I just want to do it in here first and then move it over. I have a Google Earth thing, like project just for this. Okay. Get that in here. So we're gonna look up Vinton Street. Waterloo, Iowa. And we're looking for a street. Does it have all streets labeled? Good. Well, we're looking for a street that could be this word. How will I get? This is what I'm going to do. Oh, I just had a thought about maybe what it was, but I'm going to just let it. I'm going to keep this here. That is the word. And I'm going to open this up. And we will just walk down Vinton Street. Where does it end? Ooh, it's a long one. Okay. Well, and keep in mind this could be more than one word. It does look like an I or a J. J-U-D. Let's take a walk. We've got Water Street. It's not water, right? It kind of looks like it could be a W, but I don't think it's water. Wrath? No. Sycamore? No. Lafayette? No, I was looking for, maybe he abbreviated it. Nope. Stanley, that looks new anyways. Mulberry? No. That's where Georgia lived. Mulberry Street. Franklin? No. That's like an alley, I think. I don't know, that must have a name, right? I don't know. There's a lot of these little alleys between blocks. Fowler? Looks like it could be an F, but I don't think it's Fowler. Cortland. Oh, he wrote Cortland. Core Lane and Cortland. Well, we can go back and find that after. I need to be on one track. Thanks for the follow, Nick. Independence Ave. What do we say? I think that's it. I-N-D Avenue. Do we agree? I think that's it. There's also Glenwood, and that's the end of Vinton anyways, so I think it's it. I've got your vote. Thank you. Well, where was that? North of I-N-D Avenue. Okay, process of elimination, yes. Okay, sometimes that's the only way to do it. And then it makes sense, like, oh yeah, that's what it looks like. What was I just gonna do? Look at northeast corner of Lane and Cortland. Okay, corner. So, Cortland, Lane. I'm gonna do what I did last time. So, let's see. North is the red arrow, right? So, north is this way. Northeast. We're gonna go where Ralph went. Oh. Yeah. I-N-D. You got it. This is where Ralph was. And I bet that house was there. Looks like it needs some help. But looks old. Okay. Oh, really? No, I think... Hold on. You said I think I have to click the red arrow. Let me just screenshot this. Am I frozen? Did I freeze when that happened? Just wondering. Did my picture freeze up? Because on the screen, my screen, it looked like it was. I was taking a screenshot. Yeah, this... If I wanted to reset it... Is it frozen now, or am I good? If I wanted to reset it to north, I think I would click the arrow. Okay, I'm going to add this little... Oh my god. Okay, OBS is disconnected. Why? Hey, Nikki. I hope my stream is okay over reconnection successful. All right, then. Okay, where the heck were we? We were right here. I'm going to add a little dot and write, just like last time, Ralph was here April 11th, 1906. And then I'm going to add it to the 1906 scrapbooky thing that I've got going on. We're in April. I went through today before I came on and added like some pictures to stuff. So, there we go. Now, we need to go back to this. April 12th. Okay. 1906. Walk grades Williston Ave till 11 a.m. L, G, and LJ, J, and M. I know that because he was talking about it before. That's Levitt. Let's see if I can guess them all. I was just writing this like 10 minutes ago. Levitt, Johnson, and Miller. I think. Yes. Levitt, Johnson, and Miller's additions. Those are sections of the town, 11 to 12. And he is the town engineer, city engineer, so he's walking around checking all the things he needs to check. I don't know what they are exactly, but engineering things. Survey for Graham till 6. How do you find diaries like this one? These were actually donated to us by somebody who read an article about another project I was working on. He thought it was cool and he had some diaries that he wasn't working on, so he donated them. There's a set of 6 in this Slippy Diary series, written by a combination of Georgia and Ralph, who are husband and wife now. Oh, that's okay, Nikki. As long as you're here. I'm glad you're here. Definitely do some tidying. This is probably good to clean too. Hey, Aoife. In office. I will never, I know the first time you came in, I asked you how to pronounce your name. I'm never going to forget it. I think I told you. I have a student named Aoife. And she was so happy when I had her for the first time and I pronounced her name correctly because I learned from you. Platt, L, J, and M. Or plot. I don't know. They seem interchangeable at this point. Went to Cedar Falls. That's a... Your niece's name is Aoife. Did you tell us that before or not? It's a pretty name. Went to Cedar Falls in evening to see Mr. Oh, laundry's done. Murmur. Yeah, you might have. I don't know. It's a unique name. Well, I think it's way more popular in other countries, but it's unique here. I never heard it before until I was doing this stuff. April 14th. In office. No, this isn't. This is, I like your name, Olive. Cute with a little olive. This is just for fun. L, J, and M. Edition in AM. B, P in PM. And off most of PM. All right. April 15th. Went for mail in AM. Slept in PM 2 to 4. Went to MLN in evening. MLN is Georgia's father, Martin Luther Newton, his father-in-law, who he so kindly refers to as his first, middle, and last initial. And it's not to save space because he's got all of these other lines that he doesn't fill. It's just, that's his nickname. But you know what's funny though? He's obviously gotten very comfortable with MLN, we're going to call him that now, because in the 1903 diary where he marries, 9 days till your diary birthday, you're going to see it today. We move a lot quicker now. In the 1903 diary, he calls him, oh no, Jen, what's your diary birthday? We'll go back. I'll at least give you the special little woot woot. April 2nd, let's see what happened. Oh, sorry, I have to finish my thought. He called him M.L. Newton, so he called him by his last name. He did his first 2 initials, but then said Newton, but now he's just M.L.N. Continued survey of L, J, and M edition on your birthday. I like getting to do the diary birthdays again. It's been a while. The 1903 one, we moved through them so slowly because we were reading 2 at a time that we hardly got any. Felt like they were few and far between. I know. That's Ralph for you. Short entries. I take it he was a civil engineer. Yes, he was, for the city of Waterloo, Iowa. Later, he becomes the mayor of Waterloo, which is pretty cool. Thank you. Yes, Penny says, love this idea, diary birthday. I don't know how long we've had that for. It's been a while. Oh, on YouTube, Isabella, I'm glad I just saw your thing pop up because I always miss the YouTube chat. Says, we already passed it, but my birthday is April 3rd. Well, hold on. I have to do a lot of clicking to get all the things I need, but happy diary birthday. And yours was continued survey of LJ and M. At addition in PM. Lot survey for Mrs. Adrian in AM. Also adjusted. This is a word we could not figure out. Oh, happy belated diary birthday, Penny. February 16th. Yeah, I don't know when we started this, but we were saying it before there was a little, like, video thing that I made. We were saying it for a while, and then I thought it'd be a good idea. Yay, says Isabella. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. YouTube's always like a barren wasteland, so it's nice to have you over there. Okay, it's a good place to log all of it, though. I do have everything saved onto there. I wish... Oh, we've got a... Oh, never mind. 56. That's still a lot of people. I saw 336. I thought that was the amount of people in here. Kind of got freaked out. I tried before I came on today to try to get the TikTok chat to show on my stream on YouTube, but I can't figure out how to do it. That's the one thing it's missing. My live streams don't show the chat, and the chat on TikTok is much more engaged, I guess. All right, set MT, don't know, curb lines, or set out probably. Curb lines of hourly? Hourly. I don't know what that says. Howery? M. Williams. Edition in AM. We can see if... Let's see if that's on the map that I have. Just gotta find it. Where did I put it? Did I get rid of it? I had it up here. 1 second. It could be McWilliams. Cufflinks. Oh, it looks like it could be cufflinks. I think it's curb lines because he's engineer speak. Hourly. Yeah, he does actually log his hourly work, whatever he's doing. But I know that he's talking, when he says addition, he's talking about these little sections of the city. So let's just like look around a little and see if there's one that would match. This isn't foolproof though, because we couldn't find one the other day. Hardy and Verdon. Hardy and Verdon. Shilliams! Close. Williams. Shilliams. Hammond. Hopkins. No. North. Manson's. Rickner and Bratnabers. Bickner. Bickler. Ricker and Bratnaber. What names? Yeah, Shimlim. Does sound big. Shilliams. Case. Railroad. Verdon. I don't know if they're not all labeled or if this is from a little bit before the diary. Only 4 years, so. I don't know if they're just not on here or if they're smaller and they're not all written down. Maybe we should look up like, would 1905 probably be more probable than... You saw Williams? Wait, where? Oh, there was a Williams if it was over here. But it was not the Williams. We've got Shilliams. Wasn't there a Williams or was it just Shilliams? By lot 12. Okay, thank you for being specific because this is really hard. Sullivan, Baylet. Or do you mean, are you talking about this 12, number 12, this 12, or a different part? No, by tracks. Okay. We're gonna, like box 12. What color is it in? Well, what big number can I look for? Up to the left. Pan to the left. to the left. Oh, it's in the white. Okay. Is it up higher? It must be so frustrating to be like, it's right there! But I can't see it. I don't know. Sometimes my brain also shuts off when up by 5. Thank you for giving me a number. 5. Case, Rodmer, Verdon, Callum, Hammond, Hopkins. Left. Between 12 and 3. Where's 12? 12? 3? Williams! Thank you. Okay, so maybe this is... I finally found it. Maybe this is Howery M. Williams. It must be hilarious watching me just fumble, try to find it. It's right in front of my face. That could be it, and maybe it's abbreviated. Or is that the street name? I think that might be the street name. Hey, you're from Waterloo? Nice. How weird is it to see a bunch of people just talking about your city? Do you recognize any of these locales? You do the same thing all the time. What? Not be able to see things that are right in front of your face? Bags. That's my favorite. Actually, no. Shilliams is my favorite. Number 2, a close second, is bags. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, so back when I first started, I was working on the weatherman. He was in Fairfax, Iowa. So, fun fact, I don't know. Oh, I think I recognize your username. Jen. Is it Jen? I don't know, actually, if I recognize your username. But I remember talking to a Jen. Yeah, okay, cool. So, the Fairfax Diaries, when we were trying to find him, the weatherman, I know. When we were trying to figure out who his descendants were, I had an article written about the project over in, not Waterloo, Cedar Rapids. And someone who read that article thought it was interesting and had a set of diaries from Waterloo, Iowa, these diaries, and then they sent them to me. So he donated the diaries to us to do our research and try to return them to family members. And that's how this series got started. So isn't that cool? They kind of build off each other. I don't even know how many years ago. I'd have to look back, like when I actually started this. I don't even know if I could guess. Hold on, let me see when I didn't put them on YouTube right away though, did I? I think I did. I think I was like downloading them and uploading them. Let's see if I can find... Your life was different then? You think it was what? You're from Waterloo? Nice. Okay, I'm on my YouTube just looking. I want to see how far back. I also did I did videos before that, before I started doing lives about Anglesea's Diaries. She's the true OG. It was just after COVID. Yeah, I remember I came on the live a couple of times just to like chat mostly about Anglesea's Diary, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should try to type through some diaries, and that's how this all began. Sorry if this starts playing something. No. Okay. That's odd. Okay, well, let's just see. Oh, this is only the Slippy Diaries, though. I would have to go back and look at the Weatherman Diaries. They're still all on there. 1943 to 1947. Well, this looks like... about a year ago, I was reading... Let me see if I put a... Oh, a year ago I uploaded it, so maybe it wasn't when I made it, but let's see. Does it have a date? It just says one. Oh, April 6th, 2023, I was posting...
We've been reading this 1940.
No, I can't listen to my own voice. I was posting updates about the Weatherman Diaries. 1943, so a year ago. And then, yeah, the Anglesea videos go back further. And then the reason I get confused, too, is because I don't even know, like, when I started researching the Anglesea Diary was, like, 2018. So like a couple years before that. So I've been on TikTok. Well, I was researching it on my own first. I don't know when my first TikTok video was, maybe 2019. But yeah, a lot has changed since then. Now I mostly do the lives. Nearly a decade. No! Oh my god, that's insane. And the junk pile, those of you who know the junk pile, that predates it all. The junk pile I started when I was like 10. Okay. Well, let's see. We're at grades for time does fly. E.S. Miller on Randall Sunnyside. Cute. To Vader. Let's find Randall. Randall is this one, I think. Yep. Sunnyside. And we're looking for a V. Verdon. I actually miss the weatherman. Always was nice to know what the weather was and the temps. I know. I miss him too. It's sad when a diary series ends. It is like saying goodbye to a friend. It sounds so lame, but we really do like get connected with these people. I don't know. It's like we learn a lot about them, and then just to end it and have nothing left is just sad. We're gonna be there soon for Ralph in Georgia because he's just plowing through the year. March of 2023, you posted the first video about starting the Weatherman Diaries. Yes, and you know what I did? Like, probably 6 months or more ago. I think when we finished, actually, the Weatherman Diaries, I went back and I watched my first stream of the Weatherman, or my first like video maybe. I don't think it was a stream, but like my intro to this diary where we didn't know anything about it. And I like reacted to it and I recorded it on here. Like I played it and recorded myself reacting to it. And I never like did anything with that, but I have it somewhere on my computer. I should revive it. Because it was funny, because I was talking about, oh, like, I wonder if this guy was a farmer. I wonder why he, you know, I was just making, like, wonderings out loud. And it is funny to go back and remember what we didn't know. Because after a while, especially, like, reading through a set of diaries for years and years of these people's lives, we learn a little bit each time. A potato farmer, yeah. We learn a little bit about them here and there, and it builds up into a bigger, like, understanding, and I forget where we started sometimes. He does look very young. In the picture up above, he's, like, 2 or 3 years younger than he is in the diary, but still, he is a little baby. That's when he was 22 in the picture. I know. After a while, it just, like, I feel like I know these people. And you guys, too. Like, you remember things that I don't even remember sometimes. With Anglesey, I really feel like I know her. Like, I know a lot about her life, which is just weird because these people, like, never even knew I existed, but whatever. Ralph did not go to war. Not that I know of, actually. Don't know. He was the mayor during World War II. Yeah, when he was 22 in that picture, he graduated from college. So that was his yearbook picture in college. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure about World War I, but World War II, he was the mayor. He just enlisted, maybe reserve. Yeah, maybe. We could probably dig into that. I don't know why I didn't think of doing that before, but I didn't. Who would have thought they were writing these? When they were writing these, they were looking at, hold on, I need to start over. Who would have thought when they were writing these that we were looking at alive all across the world? Yes, I was trying to say life, but yeah. They're like, when did colleges stop taking yearbook photos? Good question. I didn't even realize they don't anymore. Maybe some do, but I don't think so. I don't know. Great question. I lost my train of thought. Okay, April 17th. They might have let college-educated men defer enlistment. Yes. Was he also... No, he wasn't like the last of kin or anything. Probably COVID for real. What's COVID for real? Oh, when they stopped taking yearbook photos? Maybe. Katya, I think that's how you say your name. Mine took our pictures. It probably has to do with size. I would agree. It probably is like the size of the university or college because, well, at least that has something to do with it. Because where I went to school, there were so many students that would be ridiculous. And, you know, with like my school was a huge commuter school. I feel like back in the day, college was much more of a like, you go there and you live there. I know that a lot of colleges still are like that, but it's so, and you can just go and take classes and then leave, and a lot of people are in and out. It's less of a like, you're committed to this place for this many years, and maybe really prestigious ones. Yeah, maybe the Ivy League still take photos. Because I know that Harvard has, when I look, because Anglesey, a lot of people that she knew went to Harvard and Princeton and all those Ivy Leagues. A lot of them, I was able to find pictures of them because of the yearbooks. Yeah, class sizes were typically a lot smaller. So it makes sense back then. Mine was a residential school. Almost everyone lived there, about 2,500 students. I wanted to go to a small school when I was looking, but it didn't work out that way. But I went to a state school, and I'm not in that much debt, so that's nice. Hey, Linda. Good morning. Finished survey for Graham. 9 to 11:30. Survey for Mrs. What do we think that is? Simpson? I don't know. You guys take a guess. I do not know. Looks like it. Okay. I'll put that for now unless someone has another idea. 11:30 to 1. Oh no, to 12. The primary school on my road had like 8 people in their class. They had to join years. Oh, I've heard of that. Oh, Sampson. Is it Maja or Maha? Maja, I think, on YouTube. Hey, Gilbert. Maja said Samson, so I'm gonna put both. Oh, and TC Memoir also said Samson. Okay. 11:30 to 12. Now I take a crack at that. That's the ultimate Ralph test. What is he saying? I don't know. I think it's a price. Paid. I think I know what it says. Paid $1. Paid. I think it says $1. Ralph, I know. Okay, that's what I'm going to put. I'm shocked. That seemed like an impossible one. Oh, we're still on the same day. Okay, hold on. Okay, paid $1. Walk. Grade on, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Walk grade on East Street, 3rd to 4th. Not 8 hours, right? 8 to 9. That doesn't make sense. He already did. The sigh, I know. Well, he could have gone back and said, oh, from 8 to 9 I actually did this, but I forgot to write it first. I think it might be 8 to 9. It can't be 8 hours. I'm going to write 8 to 9. In PM, I don't know. In office. Because that doesn't make sense either. In PM. No, in the afternoon he was in the office. It might be 8 hours, I know. Went to something and something. 7 took first. Oh my God, Ralph. Went to. This might be a railroad. AF, okay. AF and M. Yeah, that's true. Gilbert said anything surveying back then and now is an all-day job. That's true. I don't know. I'll add or 8 hours. I don't know if it is. Just because there's no like S or anything. But of course he doesn't finish crossing his T's and stuff. Oh, it could be I took first. I thought that was a 7. Or could AF and AM 7 be a thing? I took first. Okay. I was... Is that I? What does he do for I? Yeah. I was SD on 6th man. I don't know. Masonic doesn't age. Oh, thank you. AF and AM stands for Ancient Free and Accepted Masons. Thank you. I remember, now that you're writing AF and AM, I feel like we've talked about this before. And now, oh, thank you. I think he was. He was a Mason. Thank you for your contribution, Butterfly. AF and AM. I took first. Now, why don't you tell me something? Is first degree something in the Masons? Probably. Because this little circle could be a degree sign. It is. He talks about that. He uses the degree sign a lot. Especially in the beginning. What is SD? Okay, oh, night. Oh, yeah, you're a Mason too, Linda. I was SD on 6th man. Does that mean anything to you? Any Masons in the chat? Oh, thank you. I see that you said first degree now. I thought it was a 2. Which one? Oh, 2 was 2 something SD on 6th man. I don't know. SD Mason abbreviation. Senior deacon. Could be. This is the awesome thing about social media. People of so many backgrounds. Yes, that's what I love about doing this, because I know nothing about this, but there are always people in the chat who are from the area a lot of times, or the Mason experts. I like really, I'm excited to hear about that. Crazy tidbit to drop, Ralph. Senior deacon. I am gonna go with that. Now, I wonder, should we go back and look up whenever he talks about degrees, and see if that makes sense if we look it up, like, in the context of the Masons. I am gonna do one thing so that TikTok doesn't scream at me. I know you guys don't like when it screams at me. I'm just gonna move my little picture around a little. In Freemasonry, the SD, in the context of the first degree, entered apprentice, refers to senior deacon, a lodge officer who plays a role in the ritual and ceremony, including announcing the arrival of a candidate and carrying out orders from worshipful master. Let's do a little, every time he says degree. Okay, how about RAM degrees. Does that ring a bell? This makes sense. Went to Lodge, first degree, Mason. I should look up a picture of the Masonic Lodge if I don't already have it. Or there's probably multiple, right, in Waterloo at that time. Our friend Todd was a Mason, too. So RAM degree is one of them. RAM first degree refers to the Mark Master Mason degree, which is the first of the Royal Archmasonry degrees and is considered the first part of the York Rite system. Wow. You're very knowledgeable. That means nothing to me, but I really appreciate it. I'm going to write it down. I wish I could just save the chat, but RAM. Hey, Valentina. RAM. I'm glad we figured that out. So he's talking about masonry when he puts the little degree sign. Royal Arch. So does it sound like he's just starting out in the Masons? Royal Arch Mariner. Can we get a link? A link. Oh, to put it in the slideshow? Yes. I wonder. It means little to me, but I have docs on weird stuff. I was an anthro major. Oh, nice. Okay. So you're just copying and pasting from your docs. Hey, Grandma. We're learning about Freemasonry. Wait. Royal Arch Masonry. First part of the American York Rite system. Haha. Masonic degrees. I don't even know what a Masonic degree is. I'm gonna just put this in here for now, and we'll grab that picture later. Okay. Now, how about this? Took past master's degree. A little confusing because I thought he was talking about a master's degree. But maybe that's something to do with masonry. Took RA degree. And then here, now we know. That's so cool. We can go back and now we know this is about the Masons. PM is past masters. Oh my God, it could be in the PM. So past master is an actual name. Past master is a degree of RAM. Oh, we're going to learn a lot. Now, what's a degree? Is it like a level in the Masons? It's not something you would, like when he says took RA degree, he's not taking a test, right? I know that probably sounds stupid. There's 4 degrees. And do you work your way up? Oh, Freemason who has served as the worshipful master, presiding officer of a lodge. That's the past master. Okay. A degree is like what rank you are, what level. Okay. So what does he mean when he's saying took RA degree? Do we know? Took RA degree in chapter 52, Royal Arch Masons. Because he says that a lot. I took this. Went to chapter, past master's degree, and took part of, what was this again? We just figured that out. Something deacon. Honorary title and ceremony conferred upon a newly elected master. So he is taking part in welcoming another person. Senior deacon, thank you. Is that what that is? That is so interesting. Masons are... Yes, I know. And that's why... So Holly said Masons are very in-depth. I have never even, like, tried... I actually knew a few people in college who were, like, really into the Masons. And they would go to meetings and stuff, but I have never tried to, like, understand all the ins and outs of it. And I don't think we're supposed to, right? Isn't it, like, a secret? I don't really know, though. It doesn't seem that secret. But maybe there's a lot we don't know. Oh, what are the Masons? The Masons are... Is it the same as the Freemasons? I think it is. It's a, like... How do you describe it? A society? A fraternity? Because it's only for men, right? A fraternal organization. Yes. Is it only U.S.? A cult? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me look up. There's a lot of conspiracy theories, right? What? Hold on. Is the fraternal organization, secret society with roots in medieval stonemason guilds, focusing on moral philosophy, personal development, and charity, with members striving to become better men and contribute positively to society, and also to have a secret club. Yes, Grand Lodges, that's a thing. Oh, and each has their own traditions, and it's worldwide. This is the symbol you might see for a Masonic lodge. There are women's lodges, but they're more recent. Yeah, and isn't there something called... Is Rainbow part of the Masons? I think it is. That's for the girls. Order of the Eastern Star. Yes, that's what Edna was in the last diary. OES. Order of the Eastern Star. Yes, I think Rainbow is like Girl Scouts, but for little girl Masons. All right. Yeah, this is fun. Thanks, Marco. Commenced survey of Greenfield edition. Yeah, networking and knowing the right connections. Yeah, and in order for you to be in the Order of the Eastern Star, we learned a lot about this because Edna was an Order of the Eastern Star member. You have to be related to a Mason. Like your father or your husband, whoever owns you, has to be a Mason. For Culture Night, a Freemasons opened for the public. Oh, that's cool. Oh, laborers like plumbers. Interesting. I didn't realize that. It makes sense it was branched from the stonemasons. So maybe it is. I don't know. For culture... Oh, I already read that. So interesting. I've always been a silent follower, but this is my favorite account ever, I think. Oh, thanks, Mayo. I love your username. You guys got some good ones. And so is Shka. That's a good username. Yeah, I went to, actually, at a Mason lodge, a Masonic lodge, I went to, oh, cool, Marco. Have fun at the movies. What are you going to see? I just saw the Led Zeppelin documentary. It was good. What was I going to say? I went to a Masonic lodge for a, like, almost like Antiques Roadshow kind of thing. It was cool, and I had them look at the diary, and they told me it was worth nothing, the Anglesey diary. They were like, oh, it's worth a lot in sentimental value. But that's okay. I was curious. I wasn't going to sell it or anything, but an old lady was trying to convince me to go to the Masons. And I brought a bunch of... Okay, sweet. Let us know if it's good next week. I brought... Okay, hold on. You guys are sending good comments, and you're distracting me. I have one track mind. I brought buttons that I got from the junk pile, thinking like I thought the diary would be the cooler thing to talk about, but the guy was a like a history, early American military history buff, the guy who I had happened to get like paired with. And sentimental doesn't pay the bills, but I wasn't going to sell it anyways. I just wanted him to go, cool. He didn't really. The buttons that I dug up in the junk pile are actually worth a decent chunk of change, which I was shocked. He looked at them and he was like, where'd you dig these up? And he's like, this is from he said that it was from the Mexican-American War, one of them. And I was shocked, like, he could just tell right off the bat. He's like, because of this, and the way that the eagle on the button it didn't have some part that they added later on or something. He knew what year it was from. And he was like, what the heck? Like, you need to bring me more of your buttons. And then he said, I mean, it wasn't like thousands of dollars or anything. It was like one button was like worth $40 or something, which they just looked like dirty old buttons to me. So then he was like, well, you should bring more. And I went home and I took pictures. He had given me his card. I took pictures of all of my old buttons and sent them to him, and he never responded. So that was sad, because I was really excited to know more just about the history of the buttons. I guess even the ones that I have that are just plain flat metal, like they don't even have any embossing or anything, you'd think those are just the, like, you could never tell how old those are, what they're from. But I guess some of those they can recognize and they're worth a lot. I just thought it was so cool that he could tell like which specific time period it was from. It was very interesting. And I was like, dang, I wish I brought more of them. And he said, oh, bring them in. Or not bring them in because it was like a one-time thing that the town was doing as a fundraiser. But he was like, oh, send me the email. And he seemed really excited about it. And then he never answered me. He either ghosted me or he never saw it. But maybe I should reach out again and just pretend that he didn't ghost me. I don't know if I still have his name, but I would definitely be able to find the email. I went to a Masonic lodge for a baby shower. Weird, but it happened. Nice. The name Fred Flintstone ring a bell? I think I missed something. I don't know what that's referring to. Okay, commenced survey of Greenfield Edition. C.T. Wilson? I think he's written that before, and that's why I thought Wilson. And Sam Hoff. Oh, still more. In evening, worked from 8 to 9 on lamb something plot lampin. This diary is from Iowa. There's a Greenfield neighborhood in Connecticut. Yeah, this is Waterloo, Iowa. I'm closer to Connecticut than Iowa, though. I'm in Massachusetts, so. April 19th, 1906. Sewer grade on 13th Street till 9 a.m. New England, yep. At Greenfield Edition with C and W, or no, CTW and SH the rest of the day. Went to chapter in evening. M first V. Definitely something Masonic. Don't know what it means. M first V. How do these diaries get found? These in particular were donated to me. But I've also gotten diaries from eBay and estate sales and things like that. But these were donated by someone who read an article about another diary project I was working on. Those diaries I got on eBay. And he reached out to me and offered to send me them. At Greenfield Edition all day. But I think originally that might have not totally answered your question. I think, and I actually know from this guy, originally he got the diaries from an estate cleanout. I don't know if he went to an estate sale or if he was part of the cleanout, but that happens a lot too. Maria, who is, I don't know if she's here today, but she also donated a diary to us that came from that sort of situation, an estate cleanout. Lampin, I think again. Plot 2 hours in evening. Something linen, 25 cents. Tea linen? So you just focus on classic diaries, or do you also find journals? I don't know what, poop. You can't say your name. I'll take you seriously though. What is the difference to you between a diary and a journal? I'm curious. Because I kind of use the two terms interchangeably. But now that I think about it, maybe a diary is like daily and a journal is more sporadic. I don't know. Because I find some diaries that are more structured like this with the days and they write every day. And then others that are not as structured. But most of the old diaries do have the days already like pre-loaded. I feel like a diary is about you and a journal is more factual. Okay. Diary has shorter entries? Yeah, I have no idea. They definitely are more factual. You would argue a diary is more solid and structured. Okay, like this. Journals are definitely more messy and personal. I definitely have diaries then. Especially back then, I think a diary has a lock. Yeah, none of the ones I have locks. Maybe they should. What was I going to say? They definitely, the ones we've read, have not been very personal. Oh. Ian just offered me food. The answer is yes. If he wasn't with his friends right now, his not even friends, his work colleagues right now, I would tell him to go on YouTube and watch my live stream so I could tell him yes. But I just texted him. Diaries used to be more appointment books. I think even if Ralph had a journal, it would still be factual. Yeah, he'd just have more room to write more numbers and draw more diagrams. Absolutely love this. I've been very fascinated recently with super old journals. Awesome. Dominique, you should join my Patreon. Not to plug the Patreon. I feel like a jerk when I do that. But we have a nice group of people who are just as excited about old diaries, and we help each other do the research, and it's fun. So, anyways, let's keep going. What do we think it says? Tea linens? 25 cents. Toe linens? I don't think it's toe. It is $5 a month. When I say Patreon, a lot of times people don't even know what that is, so I don't even go there. It is $5 a month. And in exchange, these are the things that you get. I will list. I need to make a nice graphic for this, and every week I write it on my list and I don't do it. So I have a Discord channel. Oh, T-liner. Could be. Tray liner? Could be liner. I have a Discord channel that's exclusive only to the subscribers, where we chat, because a lot of the diary detectives, that's what I call them. It's kind of lame, but they're from all over the world, so we can't all be on at once all the time. So Discord is a good way to send pictures, ideas, chat, bounce things off each other. So we have that. Then every month I do a video chat with just the diary detectives. It's not like required, but if you can make it on the day that we decide that we're going to do it each month, we come on Google Meet, and it's more like just like a group meetup. It's not like a live where I'm the only one talking. It's all together. And we do separate diary projects. Like we have one ongoing now that's it's supposed to be a 5-year diary, but really it's like a 30-year diary that a woman wrote in. And we're almost done with that, so we're about to start something new. Every once in a while I make stickers and send them out. I don't really have a schedule for stickers, but usually after we finish a diary series, I'll make stickers and send them to my detectives. And what else? Sometimes they come on the live stream. We haven't done that in a while. Do you see Claude? Look behind my head. He hasn't gone up there in so long. What are you doing? That's his window. Oh my God. It's been so cold down here. They haven't gone up there much. He's gonna go lounge up there. That's so cute. Claude. Yeah, I don't know if that was everything, but I think that's the gist of it. Diary detectives represent. Yeah, Valentino over here is a diary detective. Oh, there's Claude, I know. Tram lines? Could be. I don't know. Oh, that's my birthday, April 20th. Happy diary birthday. I don't know what to write about this. Maybe it's tram lines. Maybe it's tea linen. I was thinking like a tea towel. Maybe he bought a tea towel. Seems kind of out of character, but... Diary birthday. Now I gotta figure out how to turn it off. I like that your name is Addison. My name is almost Addison. It's half of Addison. April 21st. At Greenfield, 9 to 12. 13th Street, sewer, 7 to 9. Hold on, I have to be specific to Ian about what food I want. I want the same as last time. He's at a place that has wieners. I don't know if that's just a New England thing. Oh my god, you're going to see the penguins. I'm excited for you. You have to send us pictures, please. Are wieners a thing that people know what I'm talking about? Or is that just a New England thing? With fries, please. It's like a hot dog. It is a hot dog, except a little different. I guess they're like, I don't know if they're smaller or something, but. And usually they put meat sauce on top. I think it's a Rhode Island thing. Hold on. Hopefully nothing not safe for work pops up. Are wieners a Rhode Island thing? Hot wieners are a significant part of Rhode Island's food culture. New York system? Oh. I'm pretty sure there was a wiener place I used to go to. I hate saying that word. Not a hot dog. You won't find ketchup on the menu at these establishments. Meat sauce, chopped onions. Yeah, they're really good. Oh, I know this place. I don't live far from Providence. I've never had their wieners, though. Soggies, I've heard of that. Okay, anyways, sorry to just say wiener 12 times, but anyways, 13th Street, 3 all the way. Hey, Dad! Yeah, you get it. All the way. And the guy who used to put them on the arm. But then they had to stop doing that because of health code violations. He should have just worn a large glove that went all the way up his arm to his shoulder. South here, my grandmother hated the term wiener used instead of hot dog or frankfurter. I have never called it a frankfurter. I've been to a wiener schnitzel. So I don't know if that's the same. I don't know either. Sounds half the same. Wiener schnitzel. It sounds legit. Sounds authentic. 13th Street 2. Oh no, 13th Street sewer, 7 to 9. How fun for him. Walk grade. I don't know. Willen? This is probably a street name. Yeah. Or a... Is it Macmillan, maybe? I don't know. It seems like not enough letters. That's Sunnyside and Wellington. Okay, let's figure it out. We'll go back to Sunnyside. What a cute street name, huh? What was the third one? Wellington. So, let's find Wellington here. Mullen. West Mullen? I think it's just Mullen. Mullen. Sunnyside and Wellington. 1 to 3. Lot survey for JJ. JJ or JG? Thank you, Valentina. Thank you for highlighting that. I'm pretty quick. We were already over there at Sunnyside. I remember that street because I would love to live on Sunnyside Street. It's so cute. What do you think? JG? Or JJ? Something. Finnerty. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but Finnerty. Hi. Oh, Eve, I must have auto-corrected. Hi. JJ. Okay. Finnerty 32630. Irish last name? Oh, never heard of that one. Okay. I guess we'll finish April today. That's probably a good goal. That's funny. It was autocorrect from JJ. Hi. April 22nd, 1906. Went driving in PM. It's a Sunday, so... He couldn't have written George's name once. Oh, here we go, guys! We've got coordinates. Yep. We've got not coordinates, but specific numbers of how many feet he walked. We love that. April 23rd. Ian said. KK. I'm gonna say. Oh! He's playing trivia. I want to play trivia. We're basically doing trivia right now. I'm gonna tell him I just educated 60 people about what wieners are. Minus the few people in here who knew what they were. Okay. April 23rd, 1906. Where did you find this, and do you get paid to transcribe it? Well, first, these were donated to me by someone who was interested in another project I was working on. So sometimes they are donated to me, sometimes I buy them on eBay, sometimes I find them at estate sales. These in particular, this set of diaries was donated. And I technically don't get paid as a job to do this, but I have a Patreon where people pay $5 a month to be in my little diary club. And so that I do get some payment. And I guess it's for this, so technically yes, but it is not my job. Walk grade 280 feet west of northwest. West of northwest. Riher and Henning. These must be streets. So I am gonna look up. I can't read any of those. Richer? It might be Richer. No. Riker. Riker Road. No, that's Maryland. Waterloo, Maryland. No. What's the other one? A-N-H-E. Yeah, I can read a lot of cursive, but not always like this stuff that he's scribbling. But yes. Oh, thank you. Super valuable and incredible work you're doing. Thank you very much. It's fun. Earlier when you had one that you couldn't quite read that was something plot, could it be Samson Plant? It could be. I think I wrote down Samson as an option. Why? Do you know of a Samson Plant? I don't know what day that was. Oh, wrong thing. Here. I thought I put that as an option. Yeah, that is the same thing. Okay. Oh, I don't think it was plot. It was for Mrs. Sampson? I don't know. I thought I saw something about a Samson plot too at one point. Maybe I did like... Maybe I didn't write it. I don't remember which one. Who even is Ralph? Who even is Bruno? Ralph is... Well, was... Yeah, the guy that wrote this diary, that's the summary, but he, so his picture's up there in the corner on my screen. He is a pretty special guy. He's a very smart engineer. I know. Actually, he can hear you. He was the mayor of Waterloo. Jinx, Addie. What? Oh, did we say the same thing? Oh, who even is Bruno? I have a lot of people in here who are big Ralph enthusiasts. He was an engineer. He was the city engineer of Waterloo, Iowa. He was the... Oh, don't scare me, Valentina. He's going to show up He was the mayor of Waterloo for quite a time. So he's like a big deal. Like, I'm surprised you don't know who he is, Bruno. No, we only know who he is because we've spent like a year reading his diaries. Welcome, Bruno. Sorry, that was not a very warm welcome. We're feeling a little punchy today. Walk grade 280 degrees or 280 feet west of Northwest something or other street. 210. Wait till Ralph finds out you're reading his diary. I know. We're trying to reunite it with relatives, though, so he knows, hopefully, that we mean well. West of Southwest of whatever. Oh, he is Ralph Slippy. His last name is Slippy. He knows we love him. He does. Walk. Grade 450 feet west. Thanks for the follow, Jessica. West and 138 feet south of southwest corner of... Oh, what is with these street names? I cannot read them. Something and at least we know Columbia. So we can find R and Columbia. Yes. Thank you. Rocks for Rescue. You're on to the... You're from Columbia, Pennsylvania. Very nice. Okay. What am I doing? My brain stopped. Columbia Street. Yeah. Let me get rid of this. Okay. And we're looking for, get out of here, an R that ends in possibly an HL. R name HL. We're going to walk up Columbia. We're going to start all the way at the bottom. Oh, I found it. Sorry. I missed the office line. I'll go back. Ooh, you got it, Stephanie. R-I-E-H-L. Ryle. Real. I don't know. Is that a real street or a fake street? Ha 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 ha. I did miss office. Office. 11:30 to 12. Now, okay, should we specifically find 450 feet west and 138 feet south of southwest corner of Ryle and Columbia? That's the same one I had trouble reading? When? Oh, yeah. Ryle. It might be. It might be. Ryle and Infeninating? Let's see. Is there a Ryle Street and a word street? Fairview. Broadway. Grandview. Ashland. Not Ashland. It ends in a Y. Martin, Oakland, Whittier, Bryant, Longfellow, Maplewood. I don't see one. I want to know how he measured that. Well, he is like doing surveying, so he probably is literally dragging like a string. I don't know what surveyors do, but they do something like that, like drag a measuring tape, right? So unfortunately he does know specifically and he has to tell us. I'm going to continue. It's possible this used to be Ryle Street before, right? Because before the highway, it probably just continued straight. I'm going to just keep going and see. Logan. Oh! Ann Kenny. What do you think? That's Ann Kenny. And this just isn't Ryle Street anymore because they put the highway in. That's pretty, I have to say, that was pretty impressive. I didn't expect that. Okay. So I need to add that in then. It's up here. Ryle. Yes, there is a Ryle Street still. And there is an Ann, how is it spelled? Ann Kenny. Ankeny. But Newell Street and Conger Street, if you can imagine, here's Ryle Street coming down, and the highway wasn't there. Or is this the highway or a railroad? This is the railroad, not the highway. So this, I'm guessing, wasn't there. Or maybe the street probably, even if the railroad was there, it probably just continued here. Because you can almost like see it. And then the highway, that definitely wasn't there. So this was probably just all Ryle Street going straight, 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 straight. Yeah, all that work for it to get turned into a highway. Oh, yeah, I know. I wonder if his grading has any effect now. We were looking last week when he was saying where he went to go look at the sewer or something. Evaluate whatever, putting a sewer in. We went to the little location. I'll show you. And I put his little picture here, like, Ralph was here. And we even found, like, in the street, a little sewer cap. And I was like, oh, man, that's him. He did that. But he probably didn't. They probably, like, redid it. Or, I don't know, actually. Maybe Ralph's handiwork is still there today. He didn't actually put in the sewer, but he would have planned it. Okay. Gotta find my place. Real and Columbia. Also, 260 feet north and 50 feet east of northeast corner, Columbia and Edward. I am just using good old Google Drive and Google Slides and Docs. Yeah, we do have a picture of Ralph with his mustache, I believe. Let's see. Where's the right thing? It's in here. I'm going to leave that up, actually. People and places. This is all on my website, too. Bruno asked, is Ralph's diary all work-related? Pretty much, unfortunately. We read through two diaries from 1903. One was his, and one was his wife Georgia's. It was the year they got married too, so she wasn't his wife throughout the whole diary, but they got married in December. And in that diary, they definitely talked about, like, he was in school and then he was starting to work as a professor. So there was a lot more, like, and it wasn't going well. So there was a lot more, like, feeling in that diary and talk about hanging out with Georgia and planning the wedding and playing flinch a lot. This one, we're back to, he's talking a lot about work. The 1901 diary we read of his was, like, very heavy on the work because he worked on the railroad and he would tell us, here's his stash. He would tell us, like, specific coordinates of every inch of the railroad that he worked on and planned out, which was really intriguing. I got to a point where I stopped typing it because it was like 10 digits long, a lot of them. It was crazy. Is there a slide that explains flinch? I don't think there's a slide, but I do have my own copy of flinch, and I can tell you a little bit about it. I bought it on eBay after we learned that it was so important to Ralph and Georgia. So this is what flinch looks like. This set is from 1904, and I bought it because I wanted a copy, and I found this one on eBay that had a little note from someone from 1904, which I thought was cute. It's basically a card game. It's still made and sold today. They make, like, a modern version of flinch, and I think basically it's the same idea. You make a bunch of piles. I've played it a couple of times, but it's hard to learn a new card game when you're not learning from a person. I hate reading instructions. But you make piles, and you have to, like, eliminate your pile, and you're playing against somebody else. And then the person who eliminates their piles first wins. That's kind of the gist of it. But it's just a card game. But in 1903, it was all the rage. And that's all they did in the 1903 diary. Like, every day they played flinch. If we ever have a diary detective meeting, we have to play it. Yes, if we have an in-person meetup, which we should. I don't know. We'll have to make it a plan for, like, a 5-year reunion or something. All of the OG diary detectives who have been here forever. That would be really fun. Like someone said last time, we should get someone to sponsor us. Like someone who, yeah, one can dream. I know, especially with all the international flights that would need to take place. I don't know how we would fund it. But if we got someone who's making a documentary and wants to, like, get us all in one place and see what happens. Yeah, we need a tycoon. Someone who gets really interested in this randomly and has a lot of money. Okay, northeast corner, Columbia and Edward. Office, 5:30 to, what's Ralph's background, like his family history and class? I don't know a ton about his background. Hold on, let me finish this entry and then I'll show you his family. I have some pictures. 5:30 to 6. Went to council meeting in Eve till 11:30. Alright, so I guess what I know about his family I've put in here. Not here. Here. So this is Ralph, of course. He grew up in Rhinebeck, Iowa, which is a town semi-near Waterloo. I don't know how far away, like a half an hour maybe. We've collected a lot about him. Something new that we learned about him is currently, in 1904, he's in a quartet. So that's kind of cool. A singing quartet. Right? Did we determine if it was a singing quartet or if it was a musical quartet? I don't know. But he's in a quartet, and he goes and practices. He went to Mount Vernon. Oh, no, Mount Vernon's the town that it's in. Cornell College in Mount Vernon, Iowa. Oh, that would be really cool, Bruno. I haven't found any. Imagine that if we could hear Ralph's voice. That'd be sick. He's like, see on SoundCloud? Yeah. DJ Slippy. This is some pictures from his yearbook that he's in. Okay, so this is Ralph's dad, William Albert Slippy. He owned a grocery store in Rhinebeck that I found a picture of, but I don't think I put anywhere, which is sad. I could find it again. This is his mom, Minnie. So cute. Sadly, his dad died shortly after. This is crazy, actually. Probably not going to tell this story perfectly because it was a long time that I read this, but there was a furnace explosion or something in their basement. Oh, sorry. Maja on YouTube asked, can you show an example of the stickers? I don't think I have any right here. I don't have any on me right now. Maybe I can find a picture somewhere, though. I have some upstairs, but I can't get it right now. But I definitely, if you want to message me, I can send you a picture. So there was a big fire or something, explosion in their basement. And the wife, Minnie, this is the article, dragged him out from the fire, like carried him up from the cellar of their house. Pulls husband from blazing basement. Oh, thank you. I won't forget to save. Queen. I know. We have so many queen women that we read. I know she's not like writing the diary, but still pretty cool. But sadly, he passed away, I think, pretty soon after, like a few days after, from his wounds, I guess. Let's see. Disastrous fire in their home. Mrs. Slippy is the idol and talk of the neighborhood because of the unusual grit and nerve she exercised. Love it. I know, it's sad. I think it was like a week later he died. Was trapped in the basement filled with gas fumes and flames. She kicked in a basement window and succeeded in pulling him to safety. A feat that would have been difficult for a robust man. Although Mr. Slippy was severely burned about the face and hands, the greater danger of an attack of pneumonia has passed. Oh. Did I say ammonia? Pneumonia. Has passed. His physician said today. Mrs. Slippy suffered a slight collapse Sunday afternoon, but she is enjoying good health again and is aiding her daughter, Mrs. Fred J. Kluss, 416 Robert Ave, in caring for Mr. Slippy. Let me see. I swear he died shortly after that. I think this is here. Yeah. In danger of pneumonia. The condition of William A. Slippy, who received severe burns about the arms and face Saturday afternoon when the furnace in his home exploded and filled the... Oh, man, I thought I avoided that. Sorry, that's so loud. Mr. Slippy was rescued from the burning basement by his wife, who broke out a cellar window and pulled her husband to safety after he had been painfully burned. The attending physician said that the aged man was in danger of an attack of pneumonia as a result of having his lungs filled with gas and fumes. One commendation of neighbors and Mrs. Slippy, although frail. I like how they spell although. A-L-T-H-O. That's the second time. One commendation of neighbors and friends for her presence of mind in rescuing her husband. She suffered a slight collapse yesterday. Oh, no, I guess this is like the same information, but I think he did end up dying from it. I don't remember. I know, we're all paying attention now. Sorry, oh yeah, I woke you up there. Wakes me up, too. I have to figure out how long it lets me go. It's probably 30 minutes. Or an hour? It can't be an hour. It probably is an hour, because I bet I moved it around about half an hour in. And now it's an hour and 30 minutes. For real, I'm logged in. Bruno, we got you. He came in here like, who the heck is this Ralph? And now you're going to go around telling everybody all about Ralph and his family. Did that answer your question? Oh, no, I do have more pictures. Sorry. Just got stuck talking about William. So, he has some brothers and sisters. This is Clifford. Fun fact about Clifford. In 1903, when Clifford was in college with Ralph, Clifford's lamp exploded and Ralph threw the lamp outside of the window, narrowly avoiding a terrible fire. So that's Clifford, his brother. This is also a picture of Clifford. He looks like the boy from Willy Wonka in this picture, though. I think he looks better in this one. In this picture, he reminds me of the grandpa from Gilmore Girls. I've been watching a lot of that show. This is his sister. His sister, Harriet, and it's funny because he called her Maud. Maud and Clifford both went to the same college that Ralph did, and I think Horace did too. So they called her Maud all the time. He does look like him. Thank you. I thought I was just making it up, but yeah, a little bit. He's got the same, like, I don't know what it is. This is Maud. I don't really know a lot about Maud's life, how it turned out, but apparently she married a man named Cluss. They had 2 children, all born after the Diaries ended. And she went and visited Ralph at college with Georgia one time, so they hung out. So I guess they like each other. We have detected inactivity. Complete the verification. Oh, that must have been when it popped up and screamed at us. And then this is Horace. I think he's the youngest one. And that's really, I think, all I know about them, other than they're from Rhinebeck. He talks about Grandpa Slippy from Rhinebeck. So I don't know how far back they go there, but that's pretty much the gist of it. All right, let's do the rest of April. I'm hungry, but my food's not here yet anyways, so I can keep going. Let's see if Ian's left the station. No. I don't know. It's stuck. Yeah, no, he's still at the restaurant. Okay. Sewer grades at end of dry run sewer. Diary birthday. Hold on, it takes me like a solid minute to find the button. Happy diary birthday. Dry run sewer, we know what that one is. And Allen Street. You're lucky on the diary birthday. Your diary birthday, you got dry run sewer. We're going sewers on my birthday. The dry run sewer is a special sewer. Did I put that in here somewhere? I don't think I did, but I'll find it. I'm going to find you the picture because the dry run sewer actually is pretty unique. The dry run sewer banquet took place in I don't know when. 1903, I think? During one of the... Come on, I want a picture. During one of the diaries that we read, 1903. This was a banquet that literally took place in a sewer. in Waterloo. We have not figured out if Ralph attended. I don't think he did. Actually, I think he did something else on that day, so we know he didn't. But Mr. Newton, Georgia's father, probably attended. This is in a sewer. And I think it was like when they opened the sewer or something, right before they opened it, hopefully. But this is the, we read through this before. This is the menu. They've got music. Oh, hey, look. The song was by the Masonic Quartet. I wonder if Ralph, if that's the quartet he was in. Health and safety popping off. I know, it is insane. And I really, really wanted to find out that Ralph was there. Because we found out about this. Thanks for the gifts, guys. I see them coming in. We read about this event somehow, like, way before. And then I know, it's actually appalling that I know so much about this, but thank you. We read about it before, we found out that it existed, and we talked about it because it's kind of crazy. And then we realized we have the 1903 diary, and we found the day that it happened, and it turns out he didn't go. But let's just read through some of these things. Toastmaster, Waterloo, the city and its people must have been like a little lecture. Another one. And then the appetizers, is that what Apollinaris means? Don't actually know. Oyster cocktail. Now imagine you're eating these fine foods in a sewer. Oyster cocktail, Kennedy's wafers, escalloped oysters and celery, cold roast turkey with mashed potatoes and brown gravy. Has to be brown. It specifically says brown. Probably fresh off the floor. That's disgusting. I think it didn't smell yet. Hopefully. But I'm sure it smelled bad. Like, it's a dank tunnel underground. I'm sure even if it didn't smell like a sewer yet, it still had like a wet smell, right? Anyways, let's keep looking. Cranberry sauce. French pea patties. Is that a pun? Vienna bread. Parker House. I wonder who had the idea for this. I know, I want to know. Parker House rolls. Dry run punch. Remember, the sewer is called Dry Run Sewer. They made a punch, a drink, named Dry Run Punch. Sewer punch. Sliced cold tongue. Yum. Pressed veal loaf. Sliced ham, olives, and radishes. Fruit jelly. SpongeBob Strong Pants, welcome. They are eating in a sewer because they're having a special dinner to celebrate the Dry Run Sewer opening. Actually, let's see. Seeking to provide better draining in downtown area between Dry Run Creek and the Cedar River following the floods in 1884, 1897, and 1902, Waterloo officials started construction on a large underground conduit. As the project reached completion during 1903, this is how it started. Jokes between the local newspaper writers about hosting a banquet to celebrate the newly completed sewer reached Mayor P.J. Martin's office. So it is a joke. Martin decided to run with the idea, and a banquet setting fit for a teenage mutant ninja turtle started to come together beneath Waterloo. Choosing the deepest section of the new sewer, workers hung lights and set up long tables and chairs. Crews worked on elegant place settings and hanging decorations, while a menu including oysters, roast turkey, veal, lobster, and Waldorf salad came together. It's so funny. $3 tickets, 450 guests arrived decked out in their best suits and evening gowns as music from an orchestra sang against the sewer walls. Cigar smoke soon filled the air as Mayor Martin served as Toastmaster at an event which drew worldwide coverage. In the aftermath, Waterloo booster Frank Pierce wrote in the paper boasting of the feast, "No other municipality can hope to equal. No other city will be able to give us a banquet in a sewer." That is true. Hey, and check this out. See this on this random website, right, about this. Look who this is. That is Georgia's father. So that's Ralph's father-in-law who played a big hand in building the dry run sewer and definitely was there. No, they really had it. They really did do it. They posted the menu. But yeah, that's M.L. Newton, Martin Luther Newton. He was the city engineer before Ralph, or one of them. Yeah. It isn't, I don't know. It's just insane. But it's hilarious. I like that it was a joke. I didn't catch that the first time. Let's see. So these must be on purpose, some of these foods. Ice cream, La Rose, or La Rose, don't know. Salted almonds, devil's food, macaroons, kisses, like Hershey Kisses, angel cake, pineapple cheese, Roquefort cheese, dense water crackers, and coffee, and cigars. What year did the Ninja Turtles start? The same year as the sewer banquet. Actually, though, Ralph and Georgia got married the same year as the sewer banquet. They should have gotten married at the sewer banquet. $3.50 a ticket is low-key outrageous. Yeah, was it $3.50 or $4? It was $3.50? Because we can look up, what it's worth now. Okay. $3.50 in 1906 is equal to $123.54 today. So that is an expensive ticket. I will never stop thinking about the sewer banquet now. Very nice. I'm glad I could share it with you. Every once in a while the sewer banquet comes up. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Martin Luther Newton was definitely there. There's not enough pictures. I want to see a picture with everybody there. There was another one that was cool. Another similar... Oh, hi, Devin. Hello, new here, and I'm hooked already. Welcome to our sewer broadcast. This is not funny like the sewer, but it's interesting. In the 1895 diary we read from Georgia, not Georgia the place, Georgia the woman who's married to Ralph. She was in her senior or junior year of high school, and they had just installed the telephone lines in the town nearby that her grandfather lived in. Bruno said, I am not paying $120 to eat in a sewer, and Valentina said, you're lost. But how cool would it be to say I was there? We could do one. We could do a Diary Detective sewer banquet. Who's down? I know the Diary Detectives would be. We'll go in an old, like, random drainage pipe somewhere. What was I saying? I was saying something else. Oh, they had just put in the hard pass. They just put in the telephone lines, and Georgia went to her grandfather's house, or maybe her uncle's house. It was one of them. I think it was a grandpa that had, he was one of the first ones in the town to have a telephone, and she told us in her diary about using a telephone for the first time ever, which was really cool. So that all leads me to, I guess that area was really trying to popularize the telephones in that, like, section of the telephone line that they had just put in. So they did something called a telephone conference, or a telephone, I don't know if it was conference. I don't think it was. Because I made the joke that it was the first conference call, but it was like a telephone opera or something, they called it. And I was looking it up, like, what the heck is a telephone opera? And what it was they had an event, or a telephone banquet. It was something like that. But anyways, they had an event for all the people who were subscribers of the telephone line. And then people who couldn't attend, who were also subscribers of the telephone line, could call in and hear everything that was going on, which was cool. I want to figure out what it was called. It was called something. I don't know if it was the opera. It was in the 1895 diary. I think I had it. I don't think it was opera. No. Telephone. Okay, well, this is here. This is the entry. Went after the mail, rode 2 miles, went to the store, went to Uncle Dan's. They put a telephone in at Grandpa's, and I talked through it for the first time. I don't know if this is the telephone opera. I don't think it's opera. No matches. That's not what it is. I don't know where I put it. That's upsetting though. I remember finding it. Okay, well actually, I feel like I could quickly search and find it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Well, I don't know if it actually was the same year. I know it's the same year, I think. I don't know if it was the same month. There's a lot about telephones in the newspaper. Banquet, opera. I did a opera in the sewer. Yeah, good acoustics. I did a video about it a long time ago, though. I don't remember where it is or how long. She doesn't give, no mention of it was what it was like or the first time. Yeah, I know. She is very casual. She's like, I just talked through it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this. Grr, I'm gonna look up telephone opera. I don't think it was that, but no. Telephone banquet. Concert? I think it was concert. Yes. The telephone concert. The completion of the new telephone systems is often celebrated by the company giving their subscribers what is known as a telephone concert. It is no more nor less than a banquet at a leading hotel, followed by a program of music, toasts, and speeches to which all are invited. All of the subscribers of the new system are invited. Those who may be detained at home can enjoy everything except the eatables, and can even hear the clinking of the dishes by having their telephones all connected with the hotel where the festivities are going on. There you go. Brief intermission while I found that. April 24th. Let's continue. Sewer grades at the end of the dry run sewer and Allen Street. Walk grade on 8th. I don't know. Sometimes he writes in this print, and sometimes he writes in scribbly cursive. In a way, we're calling into your telephone concert right now. Oh my god, you are. I'll just call it that from now on. There'll be another telephone concert next Thursday at 6. He probably wasn't in such a rush. Someone complained about his sloppy writing. Yeah, so he was like, fine, I guess I'll try a little harder. Thanks for the gift, Bruno. Welcome aboard. I think Bruno is coming back. His slippy writing. Dun-dunch. He's slipping all over the page. Walk. Or his grip on his pen is a little slippy. Walk grades on 8th. Rand. Don't know. To Wellington East Side Survey. Howry and McWilliams plot in PM. Oh, yes, indeed. For the people who don't know, Addie loves a pun. I do. I got the most punny superlative in my yearbook in high school. April 25th. And I was also on the yearbook, and I think if I remember correctly, I think I made up that superlative just so I could win it. I also won possibly presidential, but I turned it down because we could only do, I had a really small class. My graduating class was only 90 people. So there was a little bit of overlap. And I got, oh, he does say actually Plat, P-L-A-T. I got the pun one. I got the artistic one. Because I'm an artist and I'm an art teacher, in case people don't know. And I got possibly presidential, and you could only win 2. So I said, okay, I don't want to be the president. I want to be punny. And I made our shirts. Me and this other boy from my year won that superlative because it was a girl and a boy. And I made us shirts for the occasion, for the picture. Maybe I'll show you. You know what? I won't show everybody, but I will try to dig it out and show the Diary Detectives. I'd have to find it, but... Yep. Walk grade on Randall. Sunny side to Oak Lawn. S side. Walk grade on Grant. Southeast corner, Cortland. Oh no, I skipped a line. Southeast corner, 5th. He's listing like places where he did work or something. 5th and Southwest. 6th. PM. Oh, maybe in PM, but it's covered by the mold spot. This is the only diary I've ever read through that was like moldy. It's gross. Oh, great on Elm. Southeast corner, Cortland. To northeast corner, Fowler. Sewer dreams. Oh, oh, Aoife's going to sleep. It's midnight. And SpongeBob Strong Pants said, sewer dreams. Very nice. Oh, gross. One day in 120 years, the Diary Detectives will be doing Addie's yearbook. Yeah. We'll be going through my diary written about reading other diaries. It'll be very meta. April 27th. Went to LaPorte at 8 a.m. to make surveys of Douglas Farm. Stayed all Douglas Farm. Stayed all night at Snyder. Hold on. I told Ian I just educated 60 people about what wieners are, and he said LMAO. I want to do trivia, though. I'm actually jealous that he's at trivia. I'll tell him if he's stuck, he can ask us, and someone on the chat will know. That's an odd gap. What's an odd gap? You guys, please don't remember me for my sewer birthday. Also get your tickets from me. You should have your next birthday party themed, sewer themed. Dry sewer themed. Not, oh, Nikki, how long have you been away? Because we were talking about the dry run sewer. Do you remember this? Oh, where's the picture? Sorry, I'm just going to scroll through till I find it. Do you remember this banquet? Be there or be square. I will be there. And because Aoife's diary birthday was on the day that, they mentioned the dry run sewer on her diary birthday. So then I know, how could you forget, really? It's one of the most memorable events. So we brought up the whole, like, dry run sewer banquet thing, went through the menu and everything. Okay, so Ralph went to LaPorte. A few more days. Oh, look, we got a check. April 28th, 1906. Continued survey of Douglas Farm. I should have a radio show. More interesting than the people I hear. Oh, thank you. The only thing about radio is I wouldn't be able to, like, show anything. And I've thought the same thing about podcasts. People tell me I should do a podcast, but I'd have a hard time trying to figure out how to talk about this stuff without showing it, you know? Back to Waterloo at 5 p.m. Expenses. Car fare. Oh, yeah, if you listen to podcasts, that's Ian's grandma. If you listen to podcasts, our friend Erin has one. It's called Pages from the Past. Or Pages of the Past. I forget which one. It's one of them. Pages from the Past, I think. $2. Oh, and there's My Grandma's Diary. That's a good podcast. They do a good job of doing it without pictures. I don't know. I can't imagine it. I could probably do something about Anglesey's diary without pictures, but I just think it wouldn't be as interesting. I don't know. Board, $250. Livery, $125. No, Georgia doesn't have any more diaries for us. It's so sad. We read her 1895 one and her 1903 one. That's all we've got. The next one, we have 1906 from Ralph and 1907. And that's it for them. Then we have to find a new diary to read. I've got a couple of possible projects. Bye, Bruno. See you next week. Glad we gained another friend here. I'm almost done anyways. I'm just going to do a couple more days. What was I saying? Oh, God. Train of thought. Gone. Absolutely gone. Oh, I'm writing 1903 again. It only took me all of April to do it. New diary. Oh, yes. Thank you. Next project. I have a few single diaries that are just in my collection that I haven't opened yet that we could do. I have enjoyed doing the series thing, though. That has been nice because we really, get to know people over time. We would probably blast through a couple of projects that were just a single diary, but that might be nice because, these have been really long going. Oh, you have several that are multiples? Nice. Well, yeah, I mean, if a diary detective, Penny's one of our diary detectives, if anybody in the diary detectives wanted to, contribute one of your diary series, that would be fine. But you also don't have to do that because you're part of the group. You don't have to, send me stuff. I can always start looking on eBay, too, for, series. It's just, it's hit or miss, you know? You just gotta find it. This series was donated, so I don't know. We'd have to start thinking pretty soon because we're already in April of this diary. We only have one more left of Ralph. Oh, no, Valentina, you gotta keep looking, or one of us will send you one. I have a couple of smaller projects we could do. But maybe in the meantime, we'll do the smaller projects while we find a bigger project. A lot of people put videos on YouTube and put out podcasts too. Yes, I was thinking of that. And then I was like, oh God, it's just hard to keep in mind when I'm recording it. Oh, that's a bummer. I'll keep in mind, it would be hard to keep in mind when I'm recording it, oh, I'm talking about something I'm looking at. The people who are just hearing me can't see it. But I could always say oh, and if you want to see the picture, you got to go over to YouTube or something. That is something I was considering. Survey 4, M block. I am definitely more inclined now to do longer form videos. I'm getting real sick of the TikTok grind, churn out a video. Does April only have 30 days? I'm never going to learn this, by the way. It must, because I stopped taking pictures. And don't sing me the song. I refuse. I think there's also not any entry in the beginning of May. I want to do more long stuff because it's just too much to just keep pumping out day after day of each diary, and it's become very monotonous. The way I record and edit, it's just the same thing over and over again, and I just kind of stopped. And I feel bad, but I've been doing a lot more of this stuff, so I hope that you guys don't feel like you're missing out because I'm not posting as much. I feel too, also, what's really discouraged me is TikTok's algorithm is horrible, and it won't even show my followers my videos. So it's I put effort into making something, And then I put it on and it shows like 1,000 people out of 78,000 people. And it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, Penny, coming in clutch for a fellow diary detective. I love that. We do also have... We have a couple of diary projects on there, but the Panko diaries we pretty much... I think Erin said she already went through those. Just quietly working in the background, finishing a series of diaries. Amazing. Oh, at 7 o'clock, Jen sent in the Discord, M First V refers to the Master of the First Wardens, a leadership position within a Masonic Lodge. Huh. I know, we do have the best people. A curated collection of curious curators. Ian said, trivia is too hard. What's the theme? He's typing. What? Oh, he said trivia is too hard. I said, what's the theme? He said, no, this trivia is hard. LOL. I'll tell him you said hi, Grandma. I think he's answering my other text because I said I would win at trivia. What's the theme? I'm just going to send the same thing again. There's always a theme. Send me a question. I bet I know it. I'm pretty good at trivia. I shouldn't say that before he sends me the question. I probably don't know it. Yeah, TikTok is weird. It doesn't show all the videos of people you're following. Yes, and like, what's the point of following somebody if it doesn't show you? Well, that's all I'm going to do for reading today, by the way. So if you guys are, if it's late, be free. I'll be on next Thursday. That's the day after my birthday. My birthday is Wednesday. So I'll be back next Thursday for a special diary birthday edition. At 6 p.m. Someone tell me, is that still when there's some countries that the time doesn't change? Is that taken care of by then? Are you like a week off? Or is next week going to be earlier than usual? You should do the longer videos. It's probably just as much work to do. It is, honestly. And I feel like you can get more out of a longer video because there's so much, like you guys know, coming on here every week for a couple of hours. There's so much to unpack about every single entry that it's like you can't get it in a minute video. All the connections and everything. So I think it needs to be longer. End of March. Okay, so that means next week is going to be weird again for you guys. So it'll be an hour earlier than it usually is. Do you set reminder invites for your future lives? So the best way to make sure you get a reminder, which also doesn't always work, I'll give you a few things that people do. First thing is when you go to my TikTok, I think there's like some kind of bell, like on YouTube, I think. Is there? There's something you can click that says like, notify me when they go live. There's also on my TikTok page a live event, like underneath my bio, it says live event today at 6 p.m. So if you click on that, you can sign up, or it should tell you. Oh, did it not make the new one? Hold on. I made a new one for next week. Okay, yeah. If I just had to refresh. If you click on it, there's today's live, it says, but then also March 20th at 6 p.m. it says there's a live stream. If you click on that, you can sign up for a notification. Also, if you have Discord, I have a free Discord that's just for sending, I send notifications on there. That one I have way more control over. Like I can actually make sure that I send something in there. TikTok, I have no control over whether it notifies you or not. But on Discord, I can send the announcement. So if you already have Discord, that's a great way. Just join my Discord. Also, some people just literally put it in their calendar. I'm on every Thursday pretty much at 6 p.m. If something changes, I try to post it. But I'll always post it on the Discord. That's like easiest for me. The annoying thing about the Discord, though, is if you have one and you want to join it, it's supposed to be very easy to get in, but the link tree, for some reason on TikTok doesn't let me do the link. It like says the link is broken, but it's not. So you have to kind of go around it. You have to go on my website, which is thingslostandfound.com, and click on Discord. Or you can go on my Instagram and click the link tree and it works. It's just weird. Oh yeah, Nikki said we could also do some group researching, which you could use in your videos. Yeah, that would be cool. All right. First week in April, you'll be on the same time zone. Okay. I'll forget that, but hopefully until then we can remember and kind of figure it out. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. That was a fun one. We got to talk about the dry run sewer again. I love when that just naturally comes up. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next week. Next Thursday, 6 p.m. All right. Thank you. With the Discord link, if people click the link and open in browser, it should work. Oh, okay. Thanks, Nikki. That's helpful. I wish I could see it from someone else's perspective, but I can only see it from my account, so I have a really hard time, like, explaining it. But yeah, that's good to know. Remind me of that next time I start talking about it and I forget, because that's a good workaround. All right, everyone. See you next time.